Hello, folks. I want to, make a video to share my paranormal experience, which happened roughly 12, 13 years ago. And I didn't tell a lot of people because I knew they wouldn't believe me, so kind of kept it myself. So now I think it's a good idea maybe to say something, just so everybody knows that the paranormal stuff is it's real. A lot of people don't believe in it. Personally, I do because I believe what I see. Um, anyway, approximately 12, 13 years ago, I'm a single father. It was me and my three kids. And we had just moved into this apartment, hadn't been there real long. And all the bedrooms upstairs. And I think I may have opened some sort of a doorway or something because I really like the paranormal TV shows. And one day I decided, because I've heard some noises, downstairs when I was in bed, that I would try to do some EVP stuff. And I didn't have a digital recorder, so I just used my laptop. So turned on the laptop, got the little voice recorder, whatever up, hit record, and I asked if there was any spirits that would like to say anything. And there was like a really mean voice came back and said no. So at that point, I left it alone. But later that night, we go to bed. Me and my youngest son, he stayed in bed with me. So the other two was across the hall, and I knew they were asleep. But anyway, I'm laying there, and I start hearing footsteps coming up the stairway. And I start thinking to myself, like, no, that's not them kids. So I go out there and I look. Sure enough, it's not the kids. They haven't moved out of their beds. So I go back to my bed, decide I must go back to sleep. And about 10 minutes go by. Hear footsteps come upstairs again. And I go investigate again. There's nothing. So I go back to bed. And excuse me, laying there, and I start hearing the footsteps come back upstairs. Decide I'm not going to get up this time. So I lay there and I can hear the footsteps like walking around in circles out front of my door. I keep listening and I can hear the footsteps walk into my room. I can even feel the vibrations on the floor. And I can hear it and feel it walk to the foot of my bed. And before I go any further, I want to tell you all that I swear on every child I have, and the word I'm telling you is the truth. Anyway, I start thinking to myself, as soon as that footsteps get to the foot of the bed, I start thinking to myself, I hope this is not like a scary movie. And my blanket starts getting pulled onto the foot of the bed. And I swear to you, it wasn't 3 seconds later, my blanket started getting pulled down to the foot of the bed, which scared the daylights out of me. But anyway, my mom told me a long time ago that, if you think there's a spirit around, you can talk to him. So I figured, well, maybe that's the way. So I decided to tell him, that I didn't mind if they were there, as long as they didn't scare my children and myself. And I guess it didn't like that. They hit me on my ankle, on my foot, which I don't know if anybody's ever been hit by something you can't see, but it's terrifying. I jumped up screaming and hollering, get the bleep out of here, and everything else you can think of, because at that point, I'm trying to defend my children and myself, and I'm scared to death. So, did that. I didn't have any more trouble the rest of the night, and we moved the next week because I couldn't have my kids around that. So anything could happen. I've seen a lot of crazy stuff go on. Matter of fact, even when I was laying in bed during that week, I could hear things going on in my kitchen. Cabinets coming open, cabinets closing. I can hear them whacking, closing. it tell you it's terrifying when something like that goes on. But anyway, folks, I'm glad you took the time to watch the video. Thanks for listening. And always believe.